Hello, I am going to explain control structures in C. First of all, what are control structures? Control structures enable programmers to specify the order in which the various instructions in a program should be executed by the computer. There are mainly three types of control statements: sequential control statements, decision control statements or selection control statements, and the last one is loop control statements or repetitive control statement. Sequential control statements just mention the sequence of execution. First of all, we'll start with decision control statements. Under decision control statements, there are two types of statements available in C: if and switch. Again, if is subdivided into four types: simple if else, laddered if, and nested if. One by one, I'll be explaining all of them to you. First of all, simple if statement. What is the use of simple if statement? Simple if statement can be used for evaluating whether an expression is true. Suppose we have a condition and we want to check and we want to do something based on this condition when it is true. So if this condition is true, we want to execute this set of statements. Syntax for if in C language is if brackets, within bracket we'll mention the condition followed by the curly braces, which will contain the set of statements which we want to execute when this condition is true. If we have only a single statement to be executed for this true condition, there is no requirement of this curly braces. If there are more number of statements which should be executed based on this condition, then curly braces is must. Next is if else statement. If else statement will be used when we want to do some task based on the condition. If the condition is true, we want to do something, and if the condition is false, we want to do something else. So as can be seen in this flow chart, if the condition is true, statement 1 will be executed. If the condition is false, statement 2 will be executed. Syntax is if, again condition, curly braces, statement 1 will be executed if this condition is true. Else, if this condition is false, then the statement set 2 will be executed. Laddered if statement. Laddered if statement is used when we need to check many conditions, and based on the true condition, the statement should be executed. First condition will check, and if it is true, statement 1 will be executed, and that will be the end of this total if. If suppose this condition evaluates to false, then again a different condition 2 will be checked. Whichever condition in this set of conditions evaluates to true, corresponding to that whatever statements we have put, those will be executed. It can be seen here how what should be the syntax for laddered if. If condition 1, if this is true, statement 1 will be executed. If this is false, it will go to else if. Here condition 2 will be checked. If this is true, statement 2 will be executed. If this is also false, then after else whatever statement is mentioned, that will be executed. Next we move to nested if statement. Nested if statement, as the name suggests, when we keep one if statement within another if statement, then this is known as nested if statement. Nested if statement is used when more than one condition is true, the statement has to be executed. So first condition 1 will be checked. If it is true, again we'll check another condition. If this is also true, statement 1 will be executed. If suppose this condition true is false, then we have a separate set of statements that should be executed. And suppose the condition 1 itself was false, then a set of statements, statement 3 will be executed. It can be seen here in the syntax. If condition 1, if this is true, we'll check another condition. If condition 2, if this is true, statement 1 will be executed. Else, if this condition 2 evaluates to false, we have statement 2 to be executed. If suppose condition 1 itself is false, we have statement 3 to be executed. Next is switch statement. Switch statement is used when many options are possible and task is to be performed on the basis of the selected or the generated value. So here is an expression. Based on the result of this expression, if it evaluates to 1, mostly the result of this expression should be either an integer constant or a character constant. So if it is integer constant, we'll be getting values like 1, 2, 3, 4, something in integers. And if it is if the output is coming a character constant, then we should mention here values, alphabets like A, B, C, D, something like that. And here, as it is shown in the flowchart, if the expression value comes to 1, case 1, and its set of statements will be executed. If 2 is the result, case 2 and set of statements will be executed. Likewise, it will go on. Here the syntax is shown. Switch expression, it may be a single variable value also, or you can give an expression also, but it should be checked that the result of this expression or the variable which you are using, it should evaluate to some integer values or integer constants and or some character constants. So like here, if it is integer constant, we can give like case 1, case 2, case 3, something like that. If it is character constant, we should mention here case A, case B, case C, and likewise. And if this expression value doesn't match any of the cases, then a default case will be mentioned, which will be executed in case this expression value doesn't match any of the given case values. Next we come to loop control statements. Loop control statements are used when a task has to be done repeatedly. This will help us in reducing the effort of writing the instructions again and again. If it is a similar kind of instruction, we can put it in a loop so that it will be repeated again and again. Some of the loop control structures which are available in C are while, do while, and for. First we'll see while statement. This is a flowchart for the while statement. In while statement, what happens? First, the condition will be checked. If the condition value is to true, body of the loop will be executed, and a variable which controls this particular loop will be updated, and then again we'll come to check the condition. If the condition again evaluates to true, this will go on. And suppose it evaluates to false, then the loop will be ended. That means any other statements which is outside the while loop will be executed. Here is the syntax. While condition which needs to be checked based on the control variable. If it evaluates to true, then the body of the loop will be executed, and then the control variable will be updated. Updation actually means either incrementing the variable or decrementing the value of the variable. Based on that, here the condition will be checked. Next is do while statement. Do while statement is an exit control loop. That is, the condition will be checked at the end of the loop. In case of while, the condition is checked at the start of the loop. So that's the difference between while and do while. Here body of the loop will be executed first. Updation of the control variable will be done. Then the condition will be checked. If the condition is true, again this will go on in this way. If it evaluates to false, any other statements which is outside this do while loop will be executed. Syntax is shown here. Do, opening and closing brace, body of the loop, updation of the control variable, and at the end, after closing of the brace, you will be putting the while along with the condition. If this is true, again this will be repeated. It's just reverse of while loop. Next is for statement. For statement is used for executing a set of instructions a number of times till the condition is true. It is also an entry control loop like the while statement. Here condition, updation, initialization of the variable also is done at the start. Then if the condition is true, body of the loop is executed and the variable will be updated, and after updation of the variable, again condition will be checked. If it is true, this will be continued. If it evaluates to false, it will be the end of the for. So here you can see the syntax for initialization of the control variable, condition checking, updation, and body of the loop. Initialization of the variable will be done only once, but condition updation will go on until this condition becomes false. Next, lastly, it is the reflection spot. I have given some questions here so that you can think about it and answer them. And for the answers, you can visit to the site shrijamadhu.wordpress.com. Thank you.